Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Munizah Jaldeep Sahab, Janab Asif Khan Sahab, Madam Malaika, Janab Nargis Faiz Malik Sahab, Dr. Zulkar Nain, and all the honorable guests who are here. आबिद हुसैन आबिद के एक शेर से गुफ्तगू का आगाज करते हैं। हमने ज़हनों में सवालात उभारे आबिद, हमने ज़हनों में सवालात उभारे आबिद, हमने ठहरे हुए पानी में गिराया पत्थर। It is an honor to stand before you today on this International Human Rights Day. As we gather to reflect on the theme of freedom, equality and justice for all, this theme serves as a reminder of the importance of upholding the fundamental principles of human rights and ongoing struggle for the realization of these rights for individuals, regardless of their race, gender, religion, and social status. When we talk of the freedom, equality, and justice for all, I could not forget the Palestinians. Today is the day of the innocent children of the Palestinians. I welcome Sir Faratullah Babar sir. Sir, please, sir. Sir, please, sir. The human rights of Palestinians in Gaza are a critical issue and demand immediate attention. The people of Gaza have been subjected to constant violation of their rights since last 75 years, including the right to freedom of movement, access to health care, education and basic necessities like clean water and electricity. The Gazans and Palestinians are deprived of. I, being the Pakistani, being the follower of Bhutto and Nasir Bhutto, being the part of the People's Party, I demand the government to raise the voice for the rights of the oppressed Palestinians and for the creation of their state, as Bhutto did it, as Bibi did it. I would like to seek the permission of Sir Faratullah Babar just to pass a resolution that this day is dedicated, this seminar is dedicated to the Palestinian. Are you agreed? Yes. Thank you. The ongoing blockade and war on Gaza has severely restricted their access to essential goods and services, leading to humanitarian crisis. The humanitarian aid must be restored. Let us talk. The theme of the freedom reminds us of basic human rights to live free from oppression and discrimination. It calls for the protection and individual liberties, including the freedom of speech, expression, and association. It urges us to work towards creating inclusive societies that respects and celebrate diversity, and to stand up against all forms of prejudice and intolerance. This is the most important demand in Pakistan. We Pakistanis must come up out of our narrow-mindedness now. The human rights demands that the Pakistani young generation must stand equally with the global people for their economic development, for their social development, and for their lives. Equality as a guiding principle demands that every person is treated with fairness and dignity. It requires us to recognize and address the structural inequalities that perpetuate, discriminate, and marginalization. The marginalization of the Pakistani social fabric must be given up now. There is no majority, no minority. All Pakistanis are equal. We want equality. It calls for equal access to opportunities, resources, and services regardless of one's background or identity, not only across the world but Pakistan exclusively. I would request to all the Pakistanis, I would request to the party leaders of Pakistan People's Party, they must adopt the narrative of equality for the Pakistanis as Bhutto did it. We want equality. We want gender equality. We want social equality. We want political equality. We want equality for the provision of the basic necessities of life. Pure drinking water is the right of the every Pakistani. Healthcare is the right of the every Pakistani. I request SZABIST to come to the stage, please. SZABIST. Justice as an equal pillar of human rights calls for accountability and justice as an equal pillar of human rights calls for accountability and redress for human rights violations. It requires us to ensure that all individuals have access to a fair, impartial legal system, free from corruption and bias. It emphasizes the need to empower those who have been marginalized or oppressed and to support their efforts to seek justice and reparation. Justice system should be equal in my country. Court must not be open in the midnight for Imran Khan or anyone else. Court should work equally for a common Pakistani and a rich Pakistani. This is a red line if you want to keep Pakistan intact. As we reflect on these principles, we must also acknowledge that the struggle for human rights is ongoing. When we talk about the struggle, we must pay homage and tribute to Ma'am Asma Jahangir. The big applause. In many parts of the world and in our homeland, individuals continue to face systematic discrimination, violation and persecution. We must join forces to advocate for their rights and to hold accountable those responsible for human rights abuses, the child abuse, the abuse of the woman, the harassment of the male and female in the offices. Harassment is not only related to females. Males are more harassed sometimes in the offices and the working places. They also possess the equal rights. Today I call on all of us to stand in solidarity with those who are fighting for freedom, equality and justice. We must use our voices, our resources and our influence to promote and protect human rights for all. Let's work together to build a world where every person can live with dignity, security and opportunity. At this August House and Forum, I would raise the question that based on the very important issue, I would request to Sir Faratullah Babar to convey our feelings to Chairman Bilawal Bhutto, to convey our feelings to Zardari Sahib. Asif Khan is not less than any party leader. He is the intellectual face of the party leader. He has always been promoting the social justice, democracy, tolerance and dialogue in Pakistan. मैं आसिफ खान साहब के लिए सिर्फ एक शेर उनकी नजर कर रहा हूं. मैं यूं ही शजर का कद नापता रहा. मैं यूं ही शजर का कद नापता रहा. सबसे ऊंचे शजर से ऊंचा मैं आप था. I would request Sir Faratullah Babar, sir, this is my very humble request on behalf of all these audience, on my side, on People Professors Forum and from the party, that he must be the senator in the next coming Senate election. We want you senator. We want you senator, sir. We want you senator. I say Asif Khan, you will say senator. Asif Khan? Asif Khan? Asif Khan? Yeah, Bhutto. We want the right man at the right place in the party. We want right man in the right place in the party.
Candidate. I am not a candidate.
He is the candidate from our side. Sir, we will force you. You will be there.
Sir, I continue करो ना host speaker.
और बस मैं खत्म कर रहा हूँ. आखिर में मैं सिर्फ शाह हुसैन के चंद जो उनकी एक काफी के चंद अशार हैं उन पे खत्म कर रहा हूँ जो पूरी पाकिस्तान की सिचुएशन को इंशाल्लाह रिप्रेजेंट कर देंगे. साढ़े अंदर बेले खौफ दे, साढ़े अंदर बेले खौफ दे, साढ़े जंगल बन गए शहर. असां शू गमा विच डुबे, असां शो गमा विच डुबे, साड़ी रुड़ गई नाव पतवार. साढ़े बोलन ते पाबंदियां, साढ़े बोलन ते पाबंदियां, साढ़े सर लटके तलवार. असां नैना दे खूह गेड़ के कीती वतर दिल दी पौ. ए बंजर रहनी निमाणी, सानू संजन तेरी सौ. थैंक यू.